Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here. Been a while since my last video, but I'm back. So, subtones. Let's talk about how to do them. But first, let's talk about what a subtone is. Subtone is when you go down to the lower register of the horn and you have this sort of smoky, velvety sound that's not the full sound that you would get if you played like this, for instance. That's sort of a full tone with lots of harmonics. It's bright, it's loud. Now the subtone can still have some volume to it, but you lose those upper harmonics that give it the brightness, and you get a little bit more of that velvety quality, sounding like this. Really nice effect, works really well for playing quietly, obviously, when you don't want that really bold sound down low in the instrument. So how do you do it? Well, it has to do with retracting the bottom jaw. You want to have as little reed in your mouth as possible. Now, I'm not sure if everybody does a subtone like this, but this is how I do it. So here's my normal embouchure. And as I get down to the lower range of the instrument with that subtone quality, I'm backing my bottom lip off of the mouthpiece. Or off of the reed rather. So if you go to your normal embouchure, and you kind of look down, you're kind of tilting your head from here to here, and that's going to bring see how that brings your bottom jaw, or my bottom jaw back like this? So you're going from here to here, and it doesn't have to be a lot of motion here, it's just a little bit of backing away from the meatier part of the reed. You want to back away to the tip part of the reed. And then I'm blowing down and I'm not putting any pressure. No pressure from my bottom lip. If you put pressure, you get this. Just sounds squeezed and bad. So you want to have no pressure from the bottom lip. Back away from the tip, from the base of the reed. You want to get to the tip of the reed. And that should help you get those subtones. I think the main thing is the no pressure. If you're putting pressure on the reed, it's not going to happen. I'm thinking like, oh. It's a funny face, I know, but this is how I'm getting that to happen. Oh. And you can experiment with how much air you're putting into the horn. If you have a lot of air going through, you might have this sound. And then it's going to kind of get into that bold, more rich, full tone. So if you want to get the subtone, try backing off on the sound a bit, or on the air at least, so you're not blowing quite as hard. Okay, let's now switch gears. I'm going to go to a little gear review. Many videos ago, I talked about some stuff that Diodario sent to me. I play on Diodario reeds. These are Hemkeys. But they sent some other stuff, so let's try some of this stuff out. They've got these Select Jazz. These are filed Select Jazz reeds, 3 soft. I don't know what these are going to sound like. I literally haven't opened the plastic yet, and it's probably going to take me a while to open the plastic. So let's... All right, so we have 10 reeds in here. My Hemkey box comes with 5 reeds. So can you see that? It's kind of a little bright there. Hemkey. These come with 10. So let's just see what happens. By the way, I'm not endorsed by Diodario. This is not a paid promotion. I just wanted to try out some of this gear that they sent me. All right, I've got the reed on the mouthpiece. Let's hear what happens. Now, no, I haven't played on reeds other than Hemkeys in I don't know how many years, so this could be interesting. Okay, pretty cool. They have a little bit more edge than the Hemkeys, I think. My Hemkey reed that I was playing on before was a little bit on the older side, so It's just kind of nice to play on a new reed also that really responds. But I'm hearing more of an edge. That's kind of what I'm getting from this reed. It's the tone breaks up. It has some distortion almost. But it's good. It responds well, and I like this. I like this reed. I'll probably be able to use this box here. Now, as with any box of reeds, there's no guarantee that all of the reeds are going to play the same. So what I'm going to do is try another one and see how that goes. Okay, here we go. This one's good too. Yeah, it plays about the same. You know, again, it's got some nice edge. It really plays loud. Great jazz reed for sure. All right, let's now try out some other stuff that was sent over. We've got this mouthpiece here. It's a Select Jazz mouthpiece. Now, again, I haven't played on another mouthpiece in a long time. As many of you know, I play on a Pillinger, but this looks pretty good. So let's give it a try. I'm going to use... Why don't I do this? I'm going to use the same reed that I just played on, that Diodario reed, and we'll hear how that goes. I'm also going to use this ligature here. This is a Rico ligature, H ligature. You know, I don't know how much ligatures really help, but I'm going to give this a try and see how it goes. So we're using a whole new setup right now. So this is also a really good exercise to hear how a sound changes as you change the setup, or if it really changes at all. You know, I was playing on those other reeds a second ago, and yeah, it was a bit louder, there was a bit more edge to the sound, but I still felt like, you know, it sounded like me. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let's hear how the mouthpiece plus the reed plus the ligature affects the quality or the character of sound. Cool. Yeah, it's nice. It's clean. It's consistent. It doesn't have quite as much character as my Pillinger, but that could just be because I'm not used to the mouthpiece. I mean, a lot of getting a sound, a good sound that you like, is getting used to your setup and getting to know the subtleties and the idiosyncrasies of that setup. And every setup has different little corners that you can explore, whether it's the reed, the ligature, the mouthpiece, or the horn itself. And then you kind of learn how it responds and you go from there. I always like to say that it's not so much the gear that matters, but it's how you use that gear. It's kind of the technique behind the gear, your embouchure, your air support, or all that stuff we talk about on this channel. But there is variation from setup to setup, especially in terms of how it feels. So when I play this, it feels very controlled. I don't feel like the sound is going to go anywhere. It's predictable, and that could be a good thing. Or maybe you want something that's a little bit more wild, if that makes any sense. But in terms of consistency, this really works well. I would have to play on it more to really get to know the mouthpiece and be able to express myself the way I would want to. And that's just a matter of time and really playing. Another reason that I think there might not be as much character is it's just a little bit smaller than my other mouthpiece. I know when I picked it up initially, I thought, oh, it's going to be a bigger sound because it felt bigger, but it's actually probably a little bit smaller on the inside, which affects how much air you can kind of blow into the mouthpiece and lean into the sound. My Pillinger here, it has a pretty good size opening, and I can really wail on it and lean into the sound and not have it distort or break up. With this one, I mean, I could probably play pretty loud, but I'm not sure it would feel as comfortable to me. We also got some of these mouthpiece stickers. I'll probably throw one of these on this mouthpiece. But yeah, I want to thank Diodario again for sending me this cool stuff. It was fun to try it out. I'll probably play on this mouthpiece a little bit more and see how it goes. And as far as the reeds are playing good. So, you know, I still have a bunch of Hemkeys to play through, but I'm sure I'll make my way through this box of Jazz Selects at some time too. So anyway, that's my gear review. Hope you guys didn't find it too boring. And if you have any issues with your subtones, feel free to leave a comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys again in the next video. Thanks for watching.